Okay, Rob, take it easy. Don't get crazy. You're gonna have 60 full seconds. Don't jump the gun, or I'll have to penalize you 5 seconds. Rob, you're calling from the 203, which I recognize. That is Hoboken, New Jersey. No, where is 203?
It's Connecticut. I did my PhD in New Haven.
Oh, I did. Oh, PhD. PhD in what?
Computational biology.
Oh, excuse me. Somebody just rated your pitch a 5.5 based on your PhD.
Nice.
Is this your first time tuning into the show? Have you listened to the show?
No, I've seen it before.
Okay.
I've seen you guys before.
Do you have a favorite episode, perhaps? Favorite guest?
I mean, I watched a few of them. The Mingley one was good. I thought that was interesting.
The who?
Mingley?
Mingley.
Oh, you're talking about somebody who pitched on startups. I was talking about the guest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. So, the rules are you have 60 seconds. I'm going to ask everybody who is in the chat room to rate, and I'll ask James as well because he will be giving commentary on your pitch. Rate your pitch 1 to 10 based on two things. Number one, the quality of the actual pitch, how well you did pitching the idea, and then two, the merit of the idea. So those are two different numbers, and in the chat room you will put pitch, the number, and then you will put idea, a number. Are you ready to go?
I am ready to go.
Okay, let's put the clock at 60 seconds, and 3, 2, go.
Okay, so this is short and sweet. Basically, language learning is a hard problem, and it usually involves boring classrooms and drills. So at BabbleFlix, we're basically changing all that by using streaming movies, television, and music videos to teach language. So conceptually, you can kind of think about it as a Rosetta Stone's interactive language learning software meets Netflix's on-demand streaming movie service. And our business plan will basically give you unlimited downloads of shows with the BabbleFlix language learning platform for about $20 to $30 a month. And that's it.
Okay. You did that in a record-breaking 35 seconds.
That was the goal.
Did it in 35 seconds. Always, Tyler says, finishing in less than the allotted time is good. Leave people wanting more. I see pitch 7, idea 5. I see pitch 5, pitch 8, pitch 5, pitch 7, pitch 9, idea 8, 4, idea 8, idea 5, pitch 7. It's all over the map.
Okay.
But people think you did a good job pitching. Pitch 7, idea 6, pitch 6, idea 5, idea 8. I think, off the top of my head, I like the space because there's money in it. Obviously, Rosetta Stone has proven that.
Yes.
There was something exciting about the idea of watching shows. It's kind of appealing that I would be entertained while I'm learning. That seems intuitively like a good idea. So I liked it. I would give the pitch like, a 6, 7, which I think is like a solid pitch, maybe a 7, a solid pitch. I would have liked a little bit more specifics, maybe just a little specifics of why that's a better way to do it. If you could say it in in a sentence, like this is better because, or we have some proprietary technology, or it's just something. And then I think on the idea, same thing. If I give the idea like a 7, 6, 7, because I don't know exactly what the advantage is or how it works. So let me, before you answer these questions, I want to get James' blunt feedback.
So I'd say the pitch was great. I thought succinct, well articulated. I'd give it an 8, actually, from a pitch perspective. From an idea perspective, probably more like a 6. The two things that were missing for me were, at the beginning you talked about the demand side of things. I want to know the size of the market. So something like, hey, this is a $1 billion market, because I really just don't have a sense of how much money there is out there. Right. And then on the flip side, you talked about what the price, you say, hey, $20, $30 a month kind of thing. I guess I want to know a little bit more about how you're going to make money in that. So it's the kind of thing where like, hey, we can charge people $20 to $30 a month, and it takes them a year to learn a language. So boom, I know what it is. Because when I hear $20 to $30 a month, how long does it take to actually learn a language? So is somebody going to be using this for 1 month? Or are they going to use it for a year?
Okay. And before he answers those questions, I have on my laptop here BabbleFlix's Watch and Learn Technology in 50 Seconds. We're going to play it a little bit because if you might have been able to, in another setting, actually play this. So let's just watch a couple seconds of this. And am I assuming correctly that the audio from this you guys will hear? Or no? To the technical team? No. So we're not going to hear the audio, so I'll just play it. We'll talk over it. So everybody sees it. I am watching what looks like a samurai film. And it says I should... Oh, it's like choose an adventure? Is that what it's doing here?
No. It's basically giving you some interactivity with the movie itself. So we basically do some pre-processing, add metadata, and then you can add lesson plans and teach words and language as you're going along. And then there's also interactivity with the movie player to help you, replay words, look up words, and whatnot.
Okay. Tyler's looking at it as well. I know Tyler speaks Japanese. Tyler, does this look like an effective way to... and what did you think, Tyler?
More interestingly, I'm learning Mandarin, which is which is what he's doing here. I think it's brilliant because I think people learn visually, and I learned a lot of my Japanese from Japanese pop songs and Japanese movies, and found it incredibly valuable way to learn.
Okay.
That I think has not been utilized. It's more engaging. I think young people today are they're in that stimulated mode when they're watching movies and listening to songs. And I mean, as a little test of this, and maybe this would be a crazy thing to include in your pitch, is it's actually really easy to teach someone Twinkle Twinkle Little Star in another language. They'll learn 20 words that otherwise they would never, ever, ever, ever get. Very quick because of the melody.
And it's so ingrained.
Yeah, and then you see, this is my point, is because, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, now you remember the words.
Interesting.
So,
Tyler's on my PR team.
Absolutely. So, Tyler, you didn't give it a rating. What do you rate it?
Conceptually, go the other way around. Pitch-wise, 7. I think you left out a little bit, as Jason said, market size, like James says, is kind of important, and adding a little more hook, like why this is actually better, give some kind of fact. Even I think it missed a couple core statistics, like grounded in some facts.
Right.
That you whet the appetite.
And the idea?
Conceptually, I put it at 9.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So, and before you saw the actual video?
Yeah, I'd seen the video before.
Oh, okay. So, but if you hadn't seen the video, would it be the same or a little less? The video is pretty powerful.
The video explains it better.
I think after I see the video, I sort of feel like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Like this is the kind of company that I might actually invest in. Like I'm kind of intrigued on that level. What's the status of the company? Have you raised money or no?
We did. We had a raise, but it fell through. So we're back to beating the pavement. So.
And you tell me again where you're based?
We're based out of New York.
Oh, okay, very good.
But we're open to relocation.
Okay. Well, I mean, what you should be open to is coming to the Open Angel Forum in New York in April and pitching.
I was there. I was at the forum in New York yesterday. Actually.
Oh, good. I think that you might. This is, and when Tyler talked earlier in the program about what gets into Open Angel Forum, this is the type of really good idea that's got some really good execution. Maybe not traction in the market yet, but maybe before 2 months between, or in the next 6 weeks, it could get a couple people. I'll tell you one thing about it. I was not psyched about it being a foreign movie for an American audience. So I wonder if you could do this for Gladiator, since I can basically know the script to Gladiator like the back of my hand, or if you could have somebody dub a movie where like a cult-like movie where people know all the words, like I don't know.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
I
like
think
too culty.
What we're going to have to do is do a little bit of R&D testing on which actually works the best with whether it's foreign movies, learning that language and using your native language, or vice versa. Using Gladiator when you're learning Japanese, for instance, or so that's I guess a bit of an open question.
Right, and what's interesting is Godfather would be a good one for certain. I mean, it's going to be different for different people, but Godfather guys can recite like crazy. I am absolutely certain that they have dubbed Godfather into 50 languages. So
and so that would be a perfect candidate, actually.
Do you have the rights to use movie clips for educational purposes like this?
So what we can do, I think, is we can work with institutions, universities and language schools, and we can use their educational license. Now, we will need to license content. From what I've understood, I've talked to some people who source content, and it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Just on the grounds that if we're trying to get the latest movie, the movie that came out yesterday on DVD, we're not going to get it. But movies, once they pass their expiry date, they're pretty open to opening up their catalog to that kind of stuff.
Okay, very interesting. Stay in touch. I liked it a lot. You'll probably be hearing from Scott Simcoe, the superfan blogger on This Week in Startups. who will probably want to keep up with your story. And we'll talk to you soon.
Great. Thanks a lot,
Cheers.
guys. Have a good day.
Bye.